is something that's been long on the wish list for this product for a long time. I'm on year 20 with this product, and I could say probably after the first couple, it was identified as something that needed to exist. This comes down to the ability for managers, stakeholders, people that are not normally in the tool on a day-to-day basis to be able to respond to things quickly, efficiently, and accurately. So it's been a top priority since I came to Rego a little over 3 years ago to figure out how to solve this. I'm not ashamed to say that we failed the first 10 times, and it took the 11th time to get this right, because we have a bunch of rules that we want to live by. It has to be able to work on premise, has to be able to work in a SaaS system. You can't have to install any kind of third-party utilities or things of that nature. So I follow all of those rules that I set for myself, and it took us a little while to get it right. But after the 11th time, we got it there. So we're going to walk through the different kind of use cases that you have, and basically what this can do to solve this problem. Here is a statement from Dan Greer, our president. It's just kind of reiterating the importance of this as a feature. He works with executive stakeholders all the time, and it commonly is brought up at the executive level. I need to be able to respond to these things. I don't have time to be able to get into my computer. I want to be able to just do this from my phone while I'm mobile. There has to be a better way. So essentially what Dan is saying here is we've worked hard on this, and we've come up with a better mousetrap. So here's the basic overview. Any kind of workflow that you have, JavaScript-based or action item-based workflow, we can automate with this. It means that it'll get triggered, go to your approvers, could be multiple approvers, one or a chain of approvers. It's going to come to their email, and they can respond directly from that. And by going through email, we're eliminating the need for having any kind of specialized client or any kind of limitations around single sign-on. If you can get your email from your work address on your phone or your tablet or your laptop, this system will work to you. It's going to be out-of-the-box capabilities within GEL, no custom code as we talked about, and we can utilize any version of CAPPM 13 and above. And an obvious value to you is that it comes in a time of efficiency. You're going to get better adoption because people can respond to things quicker, and you can also go through and it's going to reduce that cycle, the amount of time it takes to respond to things. No longer is it going to be sitting buried. A person can basically two-click and respond to those action items. We provide this as a subscription service, and we do that mainly because we're going to host a third-party solution for that acts as like a proxy, an email proxy. And we do that just to make things easier, more efficient, and less stressful for you. We're going to teach you how to build action item workflows as a part of this and allow you to essentially fish for future ones, or those are things that we can help you with after the fact as well. Here's some examples. These are the examples of what these potential templates could look like in your email. There's 3 in this one, but this is just limited to what we have here as an example. Your workflow that potentially doesn't match up with any of these could be used as well. Timesheet submission is probably our most popular. That's the one on the left, meaning I'm a resource manager. I get emails on a weekly basis from my team that I have to go through and review their timesheet to approve it. This gives you the timesheet inside of your email and the ability for you to approve or return it right from there. Middle one is a idea submission. Maybe you're part of a group of people that review ideas coming in for a potential conversion to projects. And as you can see, there's 3 buttons on this one: approve, reject, or incomplete. You do have the ability to add in notes for anything. So you might want to say, you know, this idea isn't totally baked. I want to see information about A, B, and C. You can do that again right from your email. Last item, budget submission. A lot of times you're going to get emails that come through that have budgets, and you want to be able to react to those quickly. And so here you can do the same thing like you could do with the timesheet submission. Approve or reject that budget right from your email. So at this point, you're probably trying to figure out what kind of voodoo magic do we do to make this work. It's actually quite simple. This is something that where your data stays contained in your ecosystem. If you look at our dotted box here, that's your network, your infrastructure, your system that already is established. CAPPM or Clarity on the left, and then your email client on the right. As you see here, we show the tablet, phone, PC. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever's consuming email for you. When that action item comes off, it's going to go to your email, going to go to your email address. It's contained within inside of your ecosystem. That's important for things like budget submissions and things like that. That's data that never leaves your email. We never get to see your data. No one else gets to ever see your data. It's already there. The big secret here is when you click one of these buttons, like approve or return, it creates a new message, a new email message. That's going to go to our service, and it's going to have this encrypted subject line ID and what that action is. All that is saying is, for an example, for a timesheet submission, the person approving it, his name is Josh. The resource they're approving it for, maybe his name is Dave. The time period is this week. That's going to go off to our Rego link service. And then from there, your Clarity system or CAPPM system is going to pull that on a schedule. It's going to go find those emails, import them down. It's going to parse that subject ID, zog that data into the system. So as you can see, your data never leaves your ecosystem. I really started to see the value of this when we were testing it over the summer, which is why this funny picture of the guy sitting in the camping chair. When we were prototyping this, I was out camping, and I would get emails for testing, and I realized I could two-click my way in while I was on a trail to approve timesheets. That really sold to me the power of this thing, and I think you'll get the same kind of benefit from it. You no longer have to pinch and zoom into Clarity or try to get access to a laptop if you can't get into it from your phone for some reason. You can do all of this right from your email, and your data continues to stay secure. On the security front, I'm going to reiterate, no customer data ever leaves your ecosystem. It never comes through our service. All we're getting is that response email that has that encrypted subject line ID, which is what we call the hashed ID. What we're utilizing under the scenes is just an Office 365 tenant in Microsoft Azure. It authenticates with OAuth, so that means your username and password's never even transmitted. So there's no possibility of anyone even getting a username and password to be able to get in to get access to those emails. Those systems are located in US-based data centers. For our international customers that have had interest in this, we do have the option to connect to your system via your Exchange server directly. So maybe you're an on-premise or highly regulated company and you can't utilize a cloud service. We can actually have your CAPPM Clarity system communicate directly to your Exchange server. So that's not an option as well. We price this a couple different ways. There's a setup charge. That's really for us to go in and convert your gel script or action item notification to this system. And at the same time, we're going to teach you how to do those. We're going to set up the email template, make sure the buttons work, make sure they're formatted correctly. If you want 3 or 4 buttons in there, all of that stuff is contained. And then we're going to license it on a per year basis based off of the amount of licenses you have in CAPPM, or the amount of users of the workflow. So let's say you fall into this, I have 1,000 users of CAPPM, but I'm only going to have 20 users utilize this workflow. You're going to fall into that cheapest band. We also give you a potential 50% off any of those subscription rates if you're a Rego Exchange Works customer. So the intention here is for this to be affordable with no barrier for price to entry kind of thing. So that's kind of the overview of what this does. It does have some other added benefits that we don't mention in here, but they are capable. This thing can consume attachments, meaning maybe you have a change control process that you want to get routed to someone and you want to add a document. Meaning maybe a stage document or something, or a design document. This system can consume documents as well. So that's something that we have additional features in here. There's little things like that we can bolt onto it. We've had customers inquire of taking it a step further, meaning I want a notification that says time to update your allocations, and I have a spreadsheet I want to attach to that. And so you can couple this together with an allocation uploader or anything like that. So there's a lot of power, but it gives the end users the flexibility to be able to deal with this without having to be in a complex setup or navigating the system. Right from your email, two button clicks at the most, and you're ready to go.